Let's build some Sanc'Azels with Sanc'Azel Excavating Paladin. Essentially, the game plan is we're going to be using the Excavating package and the Handbuff package in order to buff up Sanc'Azel as much as humanly possible, then duplicating him off of Scrapbooking Student as a way to buff up LEEROOY Jenkins to 40 plus attack in a single turn, allowing us to OTK our opponent pretty easily. We also are going to be using the tourist package for Convincing Conman and She Shell and Knick-Knack Shack as a way to make more use of some of the other location package that we are going to be using in this list. Now, it is worth mentioning with this list that Convincing Conman does not duplicate the battle cry, which means you're probably going to want to use this on either a different location that you're going to generate off of Travel Agent, Amitus, or Sanc'Azel. Alright, now for the Mulligan guide of the deck. Any of the one-cost cards are great to keep. Then you're going to be looking for Instrument Tech to draw into Painters as quickly as possible, or any of the Excavating cards to get the final reward as quickly as possible. Then finally, any other draw power cards is pretty good, such as Shack, or even cards that will generate you additional locations, such as Travel Agency. Now, with that all being said, let's look at some game. Okay, time for a game against Shaman. Let's see what they have in store for us. You know, that's one of the portraits that I do kind of regret not picking up, just because of the fact that I don't know. I don't think I have any Ragnaros portraits, and Ragnaros is a cool character. It's not worth $60 worth, but like there are a lot of really cool Shaman portraits that are Ragnaros themed. Jazzaros is also really cool. Both of those I'd rather have. Even the original Ragnaros skin I'd rather have over the $60 one. Also, Murlocs are kind of just fun, to be fair. I will also say this, like, we are way overdue for some Murloc cards. It is kind of depressing to say that we barely got any in the set that probably should have gotten quite a bit, you know? At least in my opinion, we should have gotten quite a bit there. Okay, let's see what we randomly get here. Oh, Forge of Wheels actually is a pretty... it's between Forge and Tide Pools. Tide Pools, in theory, could be good because it does give us access to some AoE. In theory, it just relies on us randomly generating that, though. I will say that. Okay, let's slam down this. Come on, something good. Mining casualties isn't really the best thing, but it isn't the worst thing either. Okay. I'm assuming this is Insidious or Reno. Alright, let's just slam this down to be safe. That's a lot of Divine Shields. Okay, there's Hagatha. Spotlight is really funny. This might actually be the only time that Spotlight actually sees him play. In theory, we probably should have hit the 1/1's Divine Shield instead. That probably would have been better in the long run. We also probably should have... Oh, I'll take additional Excavating. Alright, let's buff this one up. And then I guess just go face. I mean, we net zeroed on the Divine Shields. Okay, the coin. Cliff Dive. Oh, no. Well, at least those go back to the deck. And we know they're not playing Highlander anymore, so that's good. Okay, let's use Mining Cat. Let's actually try to get our final Excavating reward. Oh, that could be good for later. And then Mining Casualties probably for the last card. Why did they have to have the AoE? To be fair, it makes sense, I guess. Oh. Okay, so that buffs that up. I know they're probably just going to destroy it with the 20 damage to a minion, but, you know, we can hope, right? Yep, look out. The cookie might be... I mean, they're both going to be... Oh, no, they're going to bounce back to the hand. So that, I guess... Okay, those bounce back. Oh, that could be fun. I don't know what we... Oh, we do have Sanc'Azel in hand. So oh, you know what? We just gotta have a minion stick to the board and us not be destroyed by then. And we should be good. We have LEEROOY also in hand. That's been being puffed up by a bunch. We're actually really, really close to lethal here. Just use Sanc'Azel as... I guess it's still... Because as long as they don't have... What? Wait for nostalgia. Oh, no. I was going to say, as long as they don't have 18 damage, we should... Oh. Okay, we should be really good here. So we can use the weapon that buffs up Azel to +9. We can get rid of the 2/2. As we know, they're not a LEEROY deck, or yeah, LEEROY Reno deck, so we're not worried about that. And as long as we don't use the charge here, it won't be... Oh, this is actually perfect. Because next turn, as long as they don't get... What, 3 taunts? I think, technically speaking. Just slam down LEEROY, buff it up a bunch, and then get rid of whatever taunts they get. What's the best thing about the location is, like, it doesn't interact with evolve cards. So even if they have a wave of nostalgia, they should be still... will have it. Have you ever seen a location with that much durability on it? Boy, oh boy. It is so funny how that card works. Honestly, I'm really happy with this deck. The more I test it, the more I'm happy with it. This is probably behind the scene information. This is probably like the close to the 20th deck that I've tried out since my last upload. I tried so many warrior lists and none of them felt like what I wanted to do. So, you know, it is what it is. But this should be absolutely GG. Behold, at least we got our chicken, am I right? Time for a game against Paladin. Oh, I wonder if they're actually named after Dio from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure or not. Let's see, actually. Honestly, going to keep everything here besides Student. Student doesn't really do anything. Well, I mean, it kind of did something in his hand, but, like, it's just a high-cost card. To be fair, I will say this. Lynessa is probably the worst card in the entire deck because it just is a body in this list, since we don't have easy access to a bunch of low-cost spells, unless we randomly generate it off of, like, Traveling Agents. Okay, so they're going to pass the turn back to us. Oh, that could actually come up this game, I guess. Seashell is one of those cards that, in theory, mana sheet is really, really nice, but, like, I feel like half of the time that I'm using the card, it just doesn't really matter too much. Alright, let's use Miner here. See what we can get. That's actually probably one of the better cards to randomly generate off of that, to be fair. Okay, let's put down Shack and then pass it back to them. There's Ignis. Oh, travel. You know what's kind of funny? That's very on theme for the deck. Okay, Horizon's Edges is probably one of the best cards that we could randomly get here. There's arguments for the other two, but I think that's probably just going to be pretty decent. Oh, well, I mean, we can't really slam that. I mean, we could, but I don't think it's going to work if we slam it down. All right, let's slam down Edge here for now. And the next turn, we can slam down Student. Okay, I mean, probably wouldn't be what I would do, but it is... You know what's funny? We could just slam down multiple copies of Edge. We probably won't actually use the second Edge, just because I kind of want to duplicate it more. Sure, get rid of... I mean... No, that doesn't make any sense. I would have saved the weapon charges there. Oh, that's actually really, really funny. Okay, Okay, let's... That's just a bunch of damage. It's so funny that we can do stuff like that. Well, we kind of messed up a little bit there. Let's bounce one of these back. Nah, we're gonna be a little bit safe here. We're just gonna do as much as damage as humanly possible. Let's buff up. Do we? I think we do buff up stuff. Let's see. Oh, that could be interesting, but yeah, it doesn't really matter here too much. Okay. Do as much damage as humanly possible. And then just pass it back. Good thing they can't target the 6/7, which is kind of funny. This isn't gonna... Is it gonna work? I haven't worked, you know. Okay, so it doesn't work. So Conman does not duplicate battle cries. Good to know for later on in testing. To be fair, we're only about like 2 or 3 games into testing right now. It's just something that I had to like discover for myself at least once. I knew it probably wasn't going to work, but you never know. Maybe we would have gotten lucky too. Sometimes that's the case, where some weird interaction works one way and you don't expect it to. Great example is the last video I uploaded, or full-length video I uploaded, I should say, with Light Show Mage. I did not expect the interaction to work that way, but it ended up working that way because it technically counts as you casting it instead of the con man casting it, if I can speak correctly. Okay, so we get rid of this minion. We slam down this. See what we can grab. Anything good here? That's decent. That should be decent. Maybe it won't be that decent. Oh, you know what? Actually, you know, Muscleotron isn't bad. I'm just gonna go face though. Okay, we just need to draw into Sanc'Azel, and then we should win the game from there. Oh, I mean, I will say this. Good news is we haven't slammed down Sanc'Azel. Bad news is, well, I mean, everything else, I guess. They're not going to be able to... Oh, Puppet Theater is actually probably one of the better cards that we can randomly generate here. Well, we just gotta hope we don't draw it. We just need to draw into Sanc'Azel first. Come on. Okay, just don't hit LEEROOY. I would have preferred to be able to use that next turn or this turn. Oh, that's kind of funny. Oh, that's not really funny. Okay, let's just slam down the minion. I guess a few other minions wouldn't be bad here too. We actually have pretty good buffs here. It's actually quite impressive. We might actually be able to just win the game through stuff like this because we do have LEEROOY in hand. Okay. Oh, no. Oh! I won't lie. I would have legitimately just stolen the big minion, but I sure, go with that decision, I guess. Oh, that's interesting. Wait, can I math this? Hang on, how much math do we have? Okay, 2 damage there, 11 damage here. What's the... Oh, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Let's go. And then we might as well just do this for BM sake. Okay, time for a game against Hunter. Let's see what they have in store for us. Oh, okay. As much as probably keeping Sanc'Azel. Actually, we're probably keeping it. Do we want to keep? Nah. Gonna try for a 1-cost card of, well, Amitus is worse than what we had before. All right, just pass it back to them. Okay, they're sneaky snakes. Oh, ×2. The downside is we do not have any AoE, but this could be AoE. It definitely isn't, but it could have been. Okay, Messenger Buzzard. Sure, get rid of the 2/2. I think we'll slam down one of the shacks. Yeah, there's Parrot Sanctuary. I'd assume they're token. I will say this, Hunter is one of those classes that I have a really fun idea for Hunter that we may or may not see this week, maybe next week, depending on how it actually works out in the long run. We're having a Forge of Wheel Seal. I really want to do like a very low minion count Hunter list where we're trying to get as many copies of King Plush as humanly possible, then use something like Strangleheart in order to revive them all. I know it isn't completely possible, but it's pretty cool. In theory, it could be a really cool deck. We'll see how it works out. I'm honestly, at this point, I know we haven't done anything with Warrior or Demon Hunter since the mini set came out. I have given up. I've tried so many decks with both of the classes. It just does not feel good right now, you know? Okay. At least I can't get anything to work. There's a few variants of a list that I really want to try out. Like Odin Warrior could be really fun to revisit using like Fly Cleaver as a win condition. I have enough footage. Let me know down below like if you'd be interesting to see like just the pure Realm OTK, even though I know it's going to be a very bad list. Okay. Slam these down. Does it matter if we... No, it doesn't matter if we... Yeah, it doesn't really matter if we use this or not. And we're good on positioning for a Hollow Hound too, which is good. Okay. So curious of what they're actually playing. I'm assuming it's some type of like death rattle shenanigans, which is a cool idea, don't get me wrong, but like... I don't know. Maybe not something I would try out right now. To be fair, we'll see. We just technically... Oh. We technically only need, like, a minion to survive at any point, and then we could just Sanc'Azel and then, like, win the game, probably. You can also reduce the or the attack of all this to 2. Just so they don't get, like, big enough minions. I probably should have got rid of the Park Panther instead, to be fair. What are the chances that they have 2 additional damage for this to work out in their favor, though? Seems pretty high, actually. Seemed... Oh, no. Convincing or conniving Conman would be a pretty nice top deck. If we can use Forge and then Seashill. Seashill will get rid of the 6/6. Or, I mean, I guess technically it's the Forge, but, you know. We also probably should have used the Shroomic Vacation there, too. But, like, we should be fine. What are the chances they actually have 15 damage in hand, right? Oh, please hit fate. Oh, okay, good. Okay. Sanc'Azel, please. Please. Or, please. Death Rattle. Hit my face. Never have I wanted something to hit my face. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, and we are here for the photograph finish. GG. All right, now that we're through the games, let's discuss my final thoughts of the deck. So I played 15 games with the deck, ended up with a 60% win rate, which was actually a lot higher than I originally expected. Turns out the combination of Sanc'Azel and Student is actually quite potent, especially if you can get any minion to stick on board, allowing you to easily OTK for 30 plus damage. I will say this variant does suffer kind of from the tourist package because Conman is really difficult to use in this list for its full potential. But I still felt like that it was a good enough package to try with this, just so we had consistent access to additional locations that weren't only going to be Sanc'Azel, so Student would be online more often. Overall, if you're looking for a deck that is quite funny to play and something that most opponents won't expect, then try this one out. It's really fun. It's showcasing a bunch of ideas that thematically work really well together because, you know, pirates bury their treasure on beaches, and you know what's on beaches? Sand. So combining the two ideas felt really at home with each other. But like always, if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, bye bye.